Look at that. The strap was digging through the metal that holds the axle up to the chassis. Wow. Alright, let's go change this flat and go fix this transmission. Alright. I don't even know if it's bad or not. While we're doing the transmission, we might as well put a new clutch in it. And the old motor that had a crack in it came with a brand new clutch. Get the new tire on, get this thing up to the shop, get it in the air, rip that transmission out. I'll show you how bad the transmission is right now. It only has first, second, and reverse. And when you put it in reverse, it doesn't want to come back out. So we're not going to put it in reverse anymore. And hopefully the transmission that I got off of this motor is still good. It should be good. And if not, we have that black truck. We'll just yank it out. So we got first, second, still got the transmission. No third, no fourth, no fifth, and it does go into reverse, but it's sketchy, so don't do it. So we had No Coast Drift Party last weekend, and we smoked the transmission in Yoshi. I'm not sure what's going on as of yet. I can't get it into third or fourth. It goes into first, second, fine, and you can find reverse, but it's really hard to get it back out of reverse. So I'm thinking we broke a shift fork, or we broke some kind of linkage inside the top end of it. Good thing I have like 3 D21 transmissions. I know one's bad. I have the other one on the back of Yoshi, and the third one's still in the black truck. So if this one turns out to be bad, we have one more backup. We also have a new clutch we're gonna put in. While we're there, might as well check out the rear main, and if it looks bad, if it's leaking in any way, we'll put a new one in. I didn't notice any leaking, but it's probably a good time to put one in. Or not. I mean, this thing has 260,000 miles on it, and it's pushing like 12 pounds of boost. So I'm not gonna, I don't imagine the engine lasting much longer. That's why we got the black truck, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it here. Picked that up for 600 bucks. Just wanted the wheels, and I got a motor out of it that runs, so we're gonna take that motor out, build it for the eventual swap into this, because this is not gonna last. We're gonna get it up into the air, we're gonna pull the shifter out, we're gonna pull the drain plugs, we're gonna look at the fluid. If there's no metal in the fluid, it could have just snapped the shift fork, but if we can't see anything, I'm not pulling it apart. No, just put a new one in, just done. So here is the new transmission. Unknown miles, unknown condition. And honestly, I don't even know if it fits this truck. Came off of a dual cam, but it was in a D21, so I'm not sure how that works. Only one way to find out, huh? Yeah. Kind of sounds like there's no fluid in it. I haven't noticed any leakage. I'm not sure what that's all about. You know what I didn't bring? Snap block pliers. Fuck. Ha ha ha. Yeah. While we were looking under here, found I almost broke this off. So we gotta re-weld that. Pull the rear drive shaft off first, pull the bearing out, pull the other drive shafts, and then drop the cross member, and it should tilt. It should come back and then go forward and then come around this one, because this is actually welded into place. Handbrake seems to be holding up just fine. I actually utilize the mechanical handbrake for drifting, and it actually works really well. Well, that wasn't tight. If you have not gotten one of these yet, you need to buy one. They're amazing. Oh, yeah. She's way overfilled. Well, if the oil I just cleaned up off the ground is any indication, this thing is absolutely smoked. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my gosh! Absolutely smoked it. No coast proved to be a little too much for your boy Yoshi. He is leaking sparkles. There are some pretty healthy chunks in there. Oh yeah. Where are my transmission tacks at? You know the deal. 3.5 foot long extension. Oh yeah. There it is. Oh yeah, like butter. Alright, watch out. We got the teeth smasher. Oh yeah, she's loose. Okay. Oh, don't drop it on your head now. I bet you I can catch this son of a bitch. Let's... How heavy could it really be? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! There's our clutch. There's a lot of discoloration on all the metal, so you know she got a little hot. Let's get this thing off and take a look at this disc and see what's going on. Oh. Okay, oh. So we're gonna take this out and resurface it. Yeah, no we're not. If you can't tell which one came out of Yoshi, then you've never seen a clutch before. This one, as you can see, is this beautiful blue color, and it's not supposed to be. So if you look here, you can see these heat spots. This is where I dump the clutch really hard, and instead of spinning tire, it just spins the clutch and totally ruins the surface of the flywheel and the pressure plate. You know, in the perfect world, you'd resurface the flywheel, but we're not gonna do that. The shape's a little different. This one's actually resting on the forks of the pressure plate, and this one's laying on the face. I think it should be fine. This might just be like a more heavy-duty pressure plate, whereas this one was factory and absolutely smoked. And if it doesn't fit, I'm gonna be pissed because I want to go shred some tires, even though there's nothing on them anymore. They're all bald. Check these out. Those are good. Good to go. So before we go through all this work, we should probably make sure it shifts. First, second, third, fourth. We didn't have those before. Nice. Minty, dude. Ah, it looks good. That is how they're supposed to look. Not all covered in metal. When we finally put the built motor in Yoshi, we will resurface it and we'll do all this stuff, but for now, I just don't think this motor is gonna hang on much longer the way we drive it, because it should have been dead a long time ago, but it just keeps going.
Hey dog, this KA just will not give up, bro.
She was spitting and the thing was glowing, and I mean, this clutch was just absolutely mangled at no coast. But we're just gonna put it back together because the rear main is leaking just a bit. Not enough for me to care. So we're going to put this back together and hopefully go get some fluid, and then we're good to go. We might just go shred the rest of these tires, which will only take like 4 seconds. You're gonna line up the dowels. There's 2 dowels, and then on the actual clutch there is a, typically it'll say flywheel side, engine side, or it'll say pressure plate side. It's pretty self-explanatory. You keep everything together. Put a bolt in there. Alright, so we got all the bolts in, and then we'll slowly tighten them down. It is time to once again deadlift a transmission. I think we're good. Going in might be harder. Oh! Yeah! Whew! I got all the bolts in, now you just tighten them up. We've almost got it. I just gotta fix that exhaust. And there's a little leak on the oil return. We'll get the slave cylinder back in. I am sweating like a pig after getting these starter bolts in. That top starter bolt, pain in the ass, man. Same throwout bearing, new fork, new transmission. It shifts on the ground. Doesn't necessarily mean it works, but. Let's get the cross member back in, weld that up, and we're done. Oh, need the drive shaft too, actually. Oh. Working on these little D21s is just too fun, man. It's too fun. You ever enjoyed working on something so much? I mean, I haven't, but this is just changing my entire perspective on working on because 240s, they're small and they're tight and they're hard to work on, depending on what engine you have. These, God, you just so much room. Don't put an LS in it. Just turbocharge your little KA, bro. You'll have more fun. I promise, bro. Promise you. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, I look fantastic. Right. Yeah, better. Well, I decided while we're here, we might as well change the differential fluid. God, who tightened that? There is a little bit of stuff in there. Whoops. This is definitely not the right Teflon, but it's all I have, so it'll do. It calls for $75.90, I think. $80.90 was cheaper. So we're going with that. All right. So now you just listen till it starts coming out of that fill plug on the side of the transmission. Stick the plug in and you're done. Well, while we're here, we're gonna weld this exhaust back together. All right, let's throw this shifter back in. My light died, so just get her in there. Ooh, third, fourth, fifth. The reverse is there. Ready? Fire in the hole. Okay. Feels good so far. Feels good. Smoking. I don't know why we're smoking. I killed it just in case. I don't know what happened there. That was a ton of fluid. We've got a ton of fluid absolutely everywhere. It wasn't that much fluid, it just looks like it because it's sprayed around everywhere. And then it got on the exhaust, so we're gonna send it. we're gonna send it. Started raining a bit, so that's good because we don't really have any tires. So pretty sure the best way to test this transmission is full lock at like 5,000 RPM. Just getting the G-force into the fluid, you know what I mean? Seems that all the oil is still inside the transmission, which is good, and shifts well. Just need to adjust the clutch a little bit. She's good to go. That'll be it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, or if you'd like to donate transmissions to me because I have a problem, hit me up in the comments, let me know. I'll buy any of your D21s that are not running. Hopefully, get a couple transmissions out of it because your boy's rough on stuff.